This video is going to talk briefly about how to compare weapon values and armor values. So you've been out on an adventure, you've killed some things, you've looted some bodies, and you've come back with a different piece of armor and a different weapon. How do you know which weapon to use and which armor to wear? So, in my inventory, I have the base stone sword, and then I put a stone sword with a spiked weapon fitting in it. How you compare two weapons is you just click on it in your inventory and it will show you that this does a health damage of 13 with an armor penetration of 8%. Just so you know, every bad guy and every monster out in the field has an armor value of 1 degree or another. I'm not going to get into all the math. You can search YouTube videos that will explain all of that, but just know that everything in the world has an armor value. So your best bet is to get both the highest health damage, which is affecting their HP, and the highest armor penetration, which is bypassing that armor to a certain extent. So that how you compare the difference between two is you start with a stone sword and you happen to run across an iron broadsword. So you can look at the stone sword. Its durability is 180. Its weight is 2 pounds, 2.8 pounds. It has 13 damage and 8%. You can then click on the iron broadsword and you can see it weighs 3.15 pounds, durability 540. Its health damage is 16 with an 8% armor penetration. So you can just click back and forth between these and compare any two weapons and see which one is better. Now you can craft the spiked weapon fitting, and just to show you the difference of what it will do is on this iron broadsword without, it is 16 and 8 again, 540 durability. With the spiked weapon kit, it is the same 16, but now it has 23% armor penetration. A spiked weapon fitting will cause the weapon to bypass 15% of an enemy's armor. The downside is that it reduces the armor's or the weapon's durability by 75%. So whereas this durability without it is 540, with it it's 405. What that means is it will break sooner and you will have to repair it more often. The trade-off is certainly worth it because of the difference in armor penetration. Same thing with the stone sword. It has 8%, 180 durability. With the spiked weapons kit, it has 23% but now only 135 durability. So you can kind of ignore the weapon kit. That's not something you're going to be using right off the bat. It's mostly these two to compare what you have now with what you find out in the world, and then be able to look at this number and this number and see which is best. You're really looking at its health damage and its armor penetration between the two weapons. The stone sword, again, 13. The iron broadsword, 16. So the iron broadsword is going to be better. It lasts longer and does more damage. The same thing applies to any armor you find out in the field. So I'm going to put this right over here to make it easy to look at. So you're wearing the Adventurer's Vest, has an armor value of 22, and the Sumerian Steel has an armor value of 280. Durability 1800 versus 575. It weighs a lot more, so you have to take that into consideration, how much you can carry. The better armor you're wearing, the less overall capacity you'll have. But still, that's how you compare the two. You find something, you're wearing this, you compare it to this, and you're like, oh yeah, this is definitely what I need to wear instead of this, and then you replace it and wear that instead. So you notice right now I have 587 base armor. If I put this back on, I have 329. So you see how the difference in this armor value increases my overall armor because I'm wearing a better